Hey, it is Tuesday, July 11th. Man, we are now closer to the end of the year than we are at the start of the year.
You've done that each week. We're gonna start
I
with.
know, but I don't
no,
like it. I just
don't.
wanna bring it
I
up.
don't
All
want
right,
the
I'll skip.
negativity. I don't
I'll
want the
skip it.
negativity.
Oh, it's not
No,
negative.
It is negative.
It's
Okay,
a fact.
I'm excited
When
that
I proceed it with the side.
We're changing this bit 100%. Well, I'm over this. It's July
Micah,
11th.
you are closer to death than you are birth.
It's brutal there 3 weeks in a row. So it's July 11th. It's been a really fun summer.
Yes.
I just had 4th
It's
of
not
July,
over.
which
Yeah.
we didn't talk about this.
Yes.
We didn't talk about 4th of July.
No,
Is that on our list?
No, but it is now.
Okay, so we were off last week because it
Yes.
was 4th of July. Darren,
That's right.
Darren, what did you do for 4th of July? Because, I mean, I'm going to one-up this, but I want you to tell
Oh,
me
it's
what
not
you
hard to one up. So I'm at the age now on the 4th of July.
did. Don't be a Debbie
I lay
Downer,
in bed,
Darren.
watch
Don't be a
TV,
Debbie
and then I
Downer.
complain about the neighborhood kids shooting fireworks off for 8 hours straight, and it scares all my dogs and, by the way, all our veterans with PTSD. So
And then-
stop shooting off fireworks. They do it in. Oh, here's what I did. I forgot. They were shooting off fireworks in my green belt, like an old man. I got a spotlight flashlight.
Oh, quit
And
it.
tried to find them. I asked my kid if they had a red light laser so I could shine them in their eyes and hurt them.
And then did you just
I
walk
did-
around the house being like, half the year's gone already. Half the year's gone. Deep
Oh,
sighs.
but I should have.
Okay, well, moving
That's
on.
what I did. So anyway, yes, you can top that easily.
Okay, well, I'm going to top it because
Yes.
we went and saw none other than the man, the myth, the legend himself. Maybe my favorite country artist of all
I
time.
forgot. I
we
forgot.
We went to Q2 and we saw William Nelson and his son Micah. And Darren, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome.
he has a son named Micah.
On stage with him whole time.
I thought it was Luca or
That's
Lucas.
He's got like 50 kids.
Oh, okay.
But Micah plays with him. So let me just lead with this. One, hour and a half.
Wow.
Started at 10:30 or 10 and went to 11:30.
Hmm.
He's 90 years old. He played all the lead solos. It didn't miss a dang note and was pitch perfect. I don't know how he hears himself. Me and Rachel were in tears like 3 times. Absolutely crushed it. Not only that, played all of
Did
his.
he sit? He sits on a stool now, right? Yeah. But he's 90. Yeah.
He shouldn't even be playing,
Yeah.
let alone singing perfectly.
What else is he supposed to do?
I mean, I guess, but like, just go hang out on a farm and stare at the sky.
He's done that, man. He's done that for his whole
I
life.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And like, it's just like, obviously, it's who Willie is.
Right.
But like, he was saying jokes on the way out at like 11 p.m. and he was just like having a great time. I was so blown away. And then like the relationship with him and his son was so sweet because it was basically like he played songs that were like, not Willie Nelson necessarily caliber, and Willie was like, I got you, man. I got you. Like, I'm gonna let you swing at the B-sides. I'll take the number 1 hits, but my kid's gonna get to do this. And so I got to listen to Willie Nelson basically sing harmonies over a song called It's
Wow.
and he was just like, it's so we had an awesome time. Willie, you still got it. Well, guess who the best show was that whole night? And Tyler Childers was there.
Oh, nice. He
Yep.
was the opening.
Yep.
Isn't that funny that he's
Shaky
the opener?
Graves was
Yeah.
there as
Oh,
well.
Wow.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, because it's his 4th of July festival.
correct.
The day,
I'll
right?
tell you. You know who the best artist was?
No, I don't.
Still Willie Nelson at
Yes.
90 years old. He should have been the closer. You'd think at some point it's like, anyways, I'm obviously overflowing with a lot of emotion. I didn't think it would be good. I did not. I thought it would just be like an ode to Willie and get to see him one more time and give him a wave. Crushed it. Absolutely crushed it.
So think about it. His kids are older than you are.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
It's wild.
You're literally seeing Grandpa up there, pretty great Grandpa.
His
too.
great grandpa. His great grandpa.
Nice.
And nailed it. I was like, I need to go practice because Willie Nelson's better at guitar than I am.
It shows you that being a musician, a playing live musician, is healthy for you and physical, all moving around stage. Look at how many old Elton John is 76. The Rolling Stones are in their 80s.
I've actually
They're all
always
freaking still alive.
90s though. 90 it really blew my mind. Like that shouldn't be a thing. I've always said this though. You really have.
He's always
musicians-
self-medicated.
Yeah, that's right.
He doesn't drink alcohol, man. He
We
uses
bought-
God's herb.
God's herbs. We bought some. He had like it was called like Willie's. I think Willie's Joint or something. It was like a whole shop that was just about Willie's.
Willie Jones is in
stuff.
Buda.
Nice. So it was really awesome. I had an amazing time, and you can tell like I have friends that are like this that like have to play shows live or they will just fade away.
Yeah.
into the ether. I'm not like that. I'm really a music producer and a writer. And when I play shows, sometimes I get a little tired. Willie is a true through and through, built to be in front of people and play.
But he
It was
also
awesome.
writes all of the songs too, which is amazing.
He's a monster.
Well, isn't it funny the difference in our age? What I did for 4th of July and what you did for your 1st of July. I yelled, "Get off my lawn," and you went to Willie Nelson.
And that seems right.
Golly.
Only 50.
Well, that's really awesome. Again, it's Tuesday, July 11th on 94.3 FM, KWVH, Wimberley Valley Radio. Speaking of gigs, you just mentioned you don't do gigs as much as you used to. However, when national brands come a-calling, Michael will come a-playing. And so last night, on July 10th, you played a gig on Salt Lick.
Yep.
I didn't even know Salt Lick was open for corporate gigs on Monday afternoon or Monday evenings, but I guess they're open anytime.
Yep.
Micah, what is it like to play a private corporate party like you did? Give us a recap.
Yeah, it's not a bad life, Darren. One, all of my dreams came through because guilty confession. I have no guilt or remorse around my musical taste. In fact, I actually have no guilt here. I love this brand. I told my wife, I was like, I've made it in life because I'm playing for my favorite shoe company in the world. It was Foot Locker and New Balance.
Right.
So Foot Locker and New Balance.
Official shoe of old men.
Official shoe of you're a dad and you mow your lawn. Which
did you wear your New Balances to the gig?
100%. And
did you put on cargo shorts too?
No cargo shorts.
You're not a dad until his New Balance.
Everything else looked pretty good. Looked pretty me. The shoes were definitely stood out. And I joked, and they were like, "Yeah!" Like they got really loud. Honestly, so what it is it's awesome. They're there to have a good time. You're there to give them ambiance. They pipe the music into the barbecue place. You're playing outside. It's a little bit hot, but it's shaded. We played for 2.5 hours, but hour 15.
What do you mean we?
I had trio.
You did? Okay.
I almost always play as a trio for corporate events and parties, which is my favorite. It's really fun. I got my electric guitar, I got the acoustic, I go back and forth.
The Collins electric.
Yeah.
You don't get to see Micah with that very often.
Yeah. So I slide in like 5 of my songs. We'll play 5 on the album. People will always be like, "Hey, that song was awesome," and I'll be like, "Oh, that's one of ours." And then past that, you're there for the vibes and the good times. It's easy. They got a full sound system. I got a guy running sound. I get to show up, hang out like an artist, shake hands.
But you got to load in and load out your own stuff, right?
I do. I have interns now that are my students that sometimes
sweet.
come and help me, which is pretty fun.
Yeah. You're moving on up.
I'm moving on up, Darren. It's all okay. So I really enjoy it. Plus, we got like free Salt Lick, so we got tons of barbecue I brought back to the family.
Oh, that's the best.
They were super pumped. It's very casual playing corporate gigs. They're grateful. They pay well, and it's fun.
Well, if you're new to your show, I'd like to say, where have you been for the last year and a half? But if you are, hey, we are dedicated to music and entertainment every Tuesday at 6 p.m. You can also find us on YouTube on the Damn Music Show, DAM, for Darren and Micah. But we are here each and every week entertaining the masses. We always like to bring you news in the world of music. So it's time for our segment, That's News to Me. Micah.
Can we jump to one? I see one on here. Can we jump to it? Because it's relevant. Right?
Yes.
So Elton John retires. How old does he retire at, Darren?
Age 76. That's where, I'm going to get to that.
Nelson is 14 years older at 90.
Elton, quit.
And absolutely crushed.
Quit sandbagging it.
I just wanted to point that out again. I mean, 90 is insane, but look at that. Most people be retiring around their 70s, 80s.
76 is the new 85.
14. Dude,
80, I
might retire 14 years from now at 51.
I would have liked to retire 14 years ago.
Yeah. Anyways, please go to the rest of the stories. But the farewell tour.
Elton John had a 5-year
interrupted
farewell
by COVID.
tour by COVID, which kind of sucks. His last date was in Stockholm, Sweden. One of his next to last date was Glastonbury, which is the largest music festival on the planet.
Wow.
But yeah, he says he's still processing it after more than 50 years of touring.
Wow.
76. I don't like to think of the icons of my childhood being that old, but they are. I'm glad to say that I have seen Willie Nelson in my lifetime. I did get to see Elton John many years ago, probably 20 years ago.
Very cool.
And yeah, everyone retires, everybody passes on, but it's we're gonna live in a world where Elton John is not available in concert anymore. But you'll have to listen to one of his, 814 albums that he's put out, I'm sure.
We're gonna have a section of That's News to Me that's only positive vibes.
It is positive. So thanks for let's celebrate him. Let's celebrate Elton John. Amazing piano player, songwriter. He's known for his voice and his songwriting and all that, but he's a really great piano player too.
Oh, I mean, he's one of the greatest, man. Unbelievable.
Well, you will be happy the next two. Well, let me get to the negative one. Well, I'll get to that. The next two news items are very positive,
I'm real
Micah.
stoked on both.
Yeah, Billie Eilish, one of Micah's favorite artists, just announced yesterday that she has a new song on the Barbie soundtrack, meaning the movie Barbie, which is coming out soon. If it's not out now, I'm not sure. I do want to see that, oddly enough. But anyway, her new song is 2 days from now, Micah, on Thursday. It's called What Was I Made For?
Nice.
Which I think is great for a Barbie movie. Yeah. But anyway, she produced it and wrote it with her brother Phineas, who's a music producer, and her music partner. So yeah, we have a new Billie Eilish that's going to be on the Barbie soundtrack. I may have to check out the soundtrack, which I don't typically do anymore. But Slash, the guitar player from Guns N' Roses, also plays on the soundtrack, not on Billie's record, but on a different one with Mark Ronson. If you don't know who Mark Ronson is, he's one of the top music producers in the world. He works with Lady Gaga. He also works
Bruno Mars. Yeah, lots of people.
And some others. But anyway, Slash plays on a song which was written by Mark Ronson and then sung by the actor Ryan Gosling, who plays Ken in the movie. I don't know. I know that he sang in that musical. I don't know if Ryan is a good singer or not. I have no idea. I've never heard him.
I mean, he ain't getting on the album if he's not a good singer.
That's true. That's true. Well,
no.
There was a song. Who was it? Patrick Swayze sang a song. Oof. She's Like the Wind back in the 80s, and it wasn't that good. But anyway, Mark Ronson, the music producer, says that Slash is his all-time hero.
Wow.
When he was in middle school, he had posters of Slash all over his walls. So when he was getting done doing the song and then going to produce it, he called up Slash and he said it's going to be a long shot, but it never hurts to ask. And then Slash said yes, because what else is Slash doing?
I was going to say, what's really funny about this statement is that it's going to be a long shot. Slash is on every single artist album and movie
commercial
of all
now
time.
too.
He just shows up.
I know, but that's him trying to be humble about it. But anyway, so Micah, I'm very anxious to see a song called "What Was I Made For."
Me too.
Obviously, we know what it's going to be about.
We'll do it on the damn music show.
Yes, we sure will.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Billie Eilish is going to get the sad scene in the Barbie movie, right? Where it's like the "What Was I Made For." It's going to be really it's going to be like the real emotional scene where the Barbies having confusion about their existence.
It almost sounds like one of those artificial intelligence songs. To where, have you listened to some of those?
Oh, they're unbelievable.
I saw a guy do Elvis singing "I Like Big Butts and I Cannot Lie."
That's funny.
And Elvis's voice and Elvis's style singing that Sir Mix-a-Lot.
We don't even need to make music anymore, Dan.
Yes. It was eerily good.
Eerily good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, another Billy. This is a boy Billy, Billy, Billy Joel, one of Micah's friends' favorite.
I love
singer.
Billy Joel. Bill's one of mine.
Also an amazing piano player, and used to tour with Elton John. I have not seen Billy Joel live, which I regret. But anyway.
He's still touring, though.
Yes, he is.
But Madison
I think
Square
he has to, because he doesn't have any money left anymore. But anyway,
How does he not have any money left anymore?
Because he's been divorced 14 times, and he's
Madison
had
Square
27 wrecks, with his car and its suit and all that. So Billy Joel's a bad boy. But anyway, I'm exaggerating there a little bit. Billy Joel, one of my favorite songs, a song called "We Didn't Start the Fire," which came back out in 1989 when Micah was 3. He has blessed and enjoys a new version of the song, which I hadn't even heard of until I researched it. Fall Out Boy, which is a newer band. They wrote a song and updated "We Didn't Start the Fire." However, it's part 2 of "We Didn't Start the Fire," meaning that the key moments of the song, which is what makes this song unique. Billy Joel, rapid fire sings a lot of history things over the last, over the course of the 80s. Anyway, Fall Out Boy, the new band, has newer events that they reference, more pop culture like Harry Potter, Twilight, MySpace, Woodstock 99, that kind of thing. But anyway, Billy Joel has said, I bless it. Thank you, Fall Out Boy, for doing a part 2.
Cool.
He said he has no desire of doing part 2 because he's already did part 1. So there you
That's
go.
awesome.
There are 2 positive, upbeat.
Yeah, Anthony's
notes.
song is one of my favorite songs like ever. So
Here's another positive, upbeat one.
I love it.
Here, so yeah, then we'll
Give
get to
those
some
positive
negative
vibes.
stuff. So Taylor Swift news.
Uh-huh.
So every week we bring you the latest in Taylor Swift news. So Taylor Swift, as you may or may not know, is in the process of re-recording a lot of her original music because she doesn't own the masters, which means she does not get the bulk of the money, from what I understand. So she's gone back and re-record a lot of her albums so she can own all the money. And they're just into licensing. I don't know a lot about it, but artists should get the bulk of the money anyway. So I do support Taylor in this approach. Okay. So her most recent re-record was of her third album called Speak Now. And she has put that out. And so it is currently outselling the rest of the top 10 albums combined. So over the weekend, she sold 48,000 units of her entire album. That's in the UK at least. But regardless of that, the news item is Taylor Swift. Her one album is outselling the other 9 combined in the top 10.
I think I just read because she just redid her country album, right?
I don't know. I'd be interested in hearing
I think
that.
she
though.
just released it. I think it's the most listened to country album in history in the opening week or whatever.
Yeah, so good for Taylor. So, all right. So,
Just keeps crushing it.
how are we doing on time, Mr. Mike? Have we got 15 more minutes? Or halfway through?
We have 13 minutes.
All right, July 11th, 94.3. So, a couple of quicker notes here.
It can be sad, Darren. It can be sad. It's okay.
Yes, it is. Britney Spears. Did you see the thing with Britney Spears and the new NBA player? What happened last week?
No.
Okay, so there's a French player, 18 years old. He's 7'3".
Oh, Victor? Wembanyama?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure. Anyway,
You know he got drafted too.
to the Spurs,
Oh,
right down the
baby.
road. Yes,
Oh, baby.
I
The Spurs-
saw
The
his.
Spurs got a chance.
So this past weekend, I was in Las Vegas with my son.
You're always you gambling every weekend. Dude.
No, so we went to UFC 290 International Fight Week. My son
Okay,
is a
we're
big
gonna circle
fan.
back to that in 5
Well,
seconds.
he met a lot of fighters and went to the expo and all that stuff. Anyway,
Well, let's go.
Victor Wemby was in Las Vegas playing in the summer league, and he
Yep.
wanted to go. We tried to get tickets, and the ticket was $360
see
for his
Victor.
first game.
Wow.
Yeah, so we didn't go. It was nuts. Anyway, but we watched it on TV. So Brittany and Victor, the new Spurs center, were in the same spot. Brittany tried to get a photo with him, walked up and tugged on the bodyguard's shirt, like trying to get his attention. The bodyguard thought it was some aggressive person, so the bodyguard turned around and slapped Brittany in the face. So this is all on camera. You know, Victor's apologized for his bodyguard type stuff.
But also, she shouldn't be tugging it. Well,
Right.
he
That is,
shouldn't
well,
be
that is the discussion. That there are a lot of people around, and there are people sort of mobbing him and whatever. And Brittany tried to get her attention.
Like,
and
he didn't turn and hit her. He slapped on the turn.
I don't.
I'm gonna watch the video. I'll
Yeah,
watch the
I've
video.
only seen it once.
Okay,
so
but he
I didn't look
caught
at it that.
Britney Spears.
I didn't look at that close because I don't care that much.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so it's all been handled, all this. But Brittany has now publicly said, has asked God when she will smile again following the incident with the basketball star Victor Wembanyama's, security guard. We've said on the show before, Brittany, Darren, and Micah, Austin, Texas, come stay with us.
Did it mess? Okay, wait. There's so many things.
It was
weird
like
about this.
like this. It was this big, high overhand, sweeping.
I'll
thing.
tell you what is weird about this, though.
The whole thing is weird.
The whole thing is weird, but also why, Brittany? Why are you trying to get a photo with Victor Wembanyama?
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems like a little. It just seems a little weird. I would want a photo with Victor Wembanyama if he walked over to me and I can go over there. I don't know. It's weird.
Only
it's
if
weird.
he approached you,
It's
Micah,
weird.
who wears New
I
Balances.
just mean it's like come on, it seems like there's an agenda to get a photo with Victor Wembanyama.
Here's what
right
I think.
now,
I think
and so
I think stars and famous people are fans of other stars and famous people. I've always heard them say that.
But I guess here I'm being very judgmental. Do you really like the San Antonio Spurs, and do you even know who Victor Wembanyama is?
Isn't she from Texas originally?
Is she?
Yeah. I think
Oh, that'd
Brittany
be cool
grew
then.
up
So
in
maybe
Texas.
she's a huge Spurs fan and she's really excited.
Yeah.
Then that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So then valid, and I accept it. And
Okay, a couple more news things. So anyway, it's July 11th. So I'm going to wrap into a new segment, and we'll do it quickly because we got to get some other stuff. But Madonna, who is 63 or 4 years old now, has canceled her Austin show date because she has a bacterial infection that landed her in intensive care for quite some time. So she has postponed and delayed her celebration tour, which was a big part of one of her songs back in the 80s. But anyway,
Sorry, Madonna.
so she's on social media giving updates and saying all these things. The new segment is Gen X versus Millennial. Mike is a Millennial. I'm Gen X. I'm just curious, in a sentence or two, what are your thoughts as a Millennial of Madonna's, and maybe this is a longer discussion, but of Madonna and her career and her impact in the world and all this? How do you view... There's somebody came and went before you were...
I was going to say, I think your timeline's off because I was born in 85. So, like, she was never part of my life.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
So,
I never really spent much time on Madonna. I spent more time on Nirvana, Pearl Jam.
Right.
Everybody coming out in the
90s. But my question is, what are you... I mean...
Like, how do I feel about her?
How do you view her in the lexicon of pop culture?
Yeah. I view her as, like, pre-Britney Spears. So, like, Britney was our generation's Madonna, kind of. And I think Madonna did it. I mean, I always looked at Madonna as being a provocative artist. She created a career around being provocative. But I never listened to the music that much, and I still haven't listened to the music that much. I listened to Tina Turner, Whitney Houston.
Right.
I still listen to those artists and go back. So that's how I've always felt. I've always felt that
as a
it's
Gen X and somebody
I've never
who was
listened to much of the music.
Yeah, somebody who was in middle school and high school when she was at her absolute biggest. Here's what I would say.
You just seen the impact, like on the girls.
I saw it firsthand.
Yeah.
I saw it firsthand. She was the thing I want people to know about Madonna was she wasn't Britney Spears. She was Elvis and Michael Jackson rolled into one. There was a stretch of 3 or 4 or 5 years where she was more known, more popular, and more successful than Michael Jackson in the 80s. She was a megastar. The thing I disagree with the words you said is the word artist. Mm-hmm. Madonna was never an artist.
Entertainer.
She was never a musician. She's a marginal singer at best. She was remarkable at being provocative. Those time period, everybody was super uptight and conservative about everything all the time. She pushed the envelope. She was provocative to get attention for herself, and she never had a point of view through her music. Her point of view was through her interviews there. Mm-hmm. But she was a massive, massive entertainer, and she got the world to relax and loosen their tie. Mm-hmm. But she impacted the way high school women dressed for years. She was a huge influence, and she belongs in the wax statue right along Elvis and Michael Jackson and Buddy Holly and whoever else you can list in this world. So that's that. I have little or no respect for Madonna as a musician or an artist. I have a tremendous amount of respect for her being a self-made person who took the bus to New York, got a job, hustled, made a career.
Great entertainer.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable entertainer. Cool.
So anyway, so Madonna, I'm not going to see her when she comes because I don't care about her music, but I do support her success in her career. It's been crazy.
Yeah, she was a paver.
Okay, so birthdays, July 11th. Today, Little Kim was born in 1975. What does that make her? Almost 40, right?
Really?
Little Kim is birthday. Richie Sambora, the guitarist for John Bon Jovi, was born in 1959. With that, I think that's 64 now. Mm-hmm. I can't believe he was born in the 50s. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Jeff Hanna of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, which I love the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. But anyway, he was born in 1949.
Wow.
In the 40s. And then Suzanne Vega, also born in 1959. Isn't Suzanne Vega upstairs at Luca House?
What?
Is that her?
I don't know what's happening.
Anyway, Suzanne, singer-songwriter. Also on this day, leading to our last section, Pearl Jam released their 10th studio album, Lightning Bolt. But most importantly, in 1999, Micah's favorite artist, Ricky Martin.
Dude, I remember Ricky like it was yesterday, though. He was the craze.
He released today Livin' La Vida Loca, and it started a 3-week run at number 1 on the charts. It was number 1 for 5 weeks in the United States, 3 weeks in the UK. But it was the first number 1 song to be recorded, edited, and mixed by Digital Audio Workstation, a DAW, Digital Audio Workstation. Did you know
that's
that?
cool. I had no idea.
Yeah,
that's really awesome.
So that leads into our last segment, Pop Confessional, where we watch a song that's pop music and we confess to liking it.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll need to listen to the whole thing, but I'm kind of excited to relive in La Vida Loca.
Yes, it's the anniversary, and again, it's a DAW, Digital Audio Workstation.
I did not know that, and that's really cool. If that's a true fact, that's a very neat fact.
I got it from the internet, so I know it's true.
Everything. What's that old quote? I know it's true because I saw it on TV. Here we go. Let's have a listen. My sister loved this song. I mean, look at that guy.
Yeah. He does not love her.
Nope.
Black cats and voodoo dolls. I feel a premonition. That girl's gonna make me fall.
Man, there's a lot happening.
Listen to the bass line, though.
She's into new sensations.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise.
Kicks in the candlelight. She's got new addictions for every day and night. She'll make you take your clothes off
And go dancing in the rain. I can't believe I remember that.
This is catchy.
Take away your pain.
like a bullet to your brain. Upside, inside out. She's living la vida.
Listen to that timing adjustment.
It's a sing-along song.
It's great. It's really great.
He won a Grammy.
The Skin of Color Mocha.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the Chris Rock bit about this song?
No.
Oh, it's great.
Is it? Chris is hilarious. We'll give it a little more.
So, what are these horns? Trumpets? What
Brass?
Is that?
Just like a whole brass section. Probably trombone, trumpet, sax.
Woke up in New York City.
Oh, listen to that panning.
Cheap hotel. She took my heart and she took my money.
I do like the bass.
A sleeping pill. She never drinks the water, makes you order French champagne.
You dance in the rain, Micah?
All the time.
Yes.
It's a weekly thing. Like a
This is the anniversary of this song, July 11th, 1999.
Fair. No. I mean, it's a real banger, Darren.
Your life is now better for us having played that song.
I mean, I actually had a pretty good. I had more fun reliving that song than I thought I would. That's why we call it a pop confession.
I forgot about the cool bass run at the beginning of the song. I
mean,
wish they
just-
would have had a little more of
I'd
that
never
in there.
really listened to the synths in the background that are like really layered, which I liked. It's a great song. It's really well written. You know,
I
her
want
lips
to know.
of Devil Ray.
I want to know Ricky
What love is?
Martin's what percentage of Ricky Martin's net worth is from this one song.
98%.
I bet. Well, I mean, I'm sure he's got endorsements and other things,
Yeah.
but honestly, I bet it's 85%.
You know,
This one hit.
in your life though, you just want to bat a couple big ones,
Right.
So, like, you know, good on him. Good on him for
He
sending it
does
home.
have a song that is not as pop friendly that I do like, and it's about the World Cup soccer. And Copa was like.
We're gonna have to pick that back up, but there's some cool stuff happening in our next World Cup and how we look. But it's been 30 minutes, everybody. We
Yay.
enjoyed hanging with you all here at 94.3 FM,
Our best show ever.
KWVH, Wimberley Valley Radio, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, enjoy your summer. Find some water, drink some water, stay cool, stay hydrated. See you later.